Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make a pork rib black bean soup. Thank you for coming to my channel. Hope you like my recipe. Let's get started. Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make a pork rib and black bean soup. It's going to be delicious. So the ingredients we're going to use 2 pounds of pork ribs. And I went to the butcher and I asked him to cut them in a thin. They cut them nice and thin for you, so now you just got to cut them into little strips. And then we got a cup and a half of black beans. You could use black beans or you could use lentils, but I'm going to use black beans today. And the ingredients we're going to use for flavor, we're going to use 1 teaspoon of sea salt. We're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of crushed pepper, 2 bay leaves, 2 garlics, and 1/2 of an onion, so 1/4 of an onion for flavor. And this is the ingredients we're going to use to make our pork and black bean soup. So the thing we're going to do, we're going to rinse our beans so we can put them to cook, and we're going to put the beans. The beans are going to cook at the same time we start cooking the pork ribs. It's all going to go in together. And it takes about 1.5 hours to cook. Sometimes to 2 hours if you want to cook it nice and slow so it could simmer and the flavors could get better. So the only thing we're going to do is cut our pork ribs into smaller pieces. So when the soup's already done, you just serve it. So yeah, we're just gonna cut them. Oh, this one's up. There it is. And now we're gonna rinse our ribs, and then after we rinse them and wash them, we're gonna put them in a pot that I put 8 cups of water, and we're gonna put them to cook. And here we go. It's gonna be nice and delicious. This is a really easy to make but delicious pork and black bean soup. In Spanish, we call it frijol con puerco. So here we have 8 cups of water. We're gonna turn on the stove at medium high. Medium high. So we're adding the pork ribs that we already rinsed and cut. Now we're gonna add the beans. So it's 1.5 cups of black beans. Now we're gonna add 2 garlics, the bay leaves, 1/2 of the onion, the pepper, crushed pepper, and the salt. So we're gonna let it cook for about 1.5 hours, and we're periodically gonna come and check on it. So our soup's been cooking for about 1 hour. And we just want to move it around just to check on it. So see, our ribs are cooking, our beans are cooking at the same time. And just make sure if you cover your soup with the lid, you have to give it a little space to breathe because it goes up and then it'll start coming out of the pot. So it's going to overlap the pot. So you just want to give it some area to breathe. And then the debris that comes out of the pork, you just get a napkin and clean it around the pot, and that's how you get rid of all the debris. That's how I clean my pot. So what I do, I wet a napkin or a paper towel. It's just a paper towel, I wet it. And you see all the debris that gets released by the pork. I just take it off from the edges of the pot so it won't go back into the soup. See? And that's how you clear the debris that comes out of the pork. And then we're moving it around. So it's about an hour that it's been cooking. It still has to cook for another half an hour or so. We're gonna taste it just for flavor. So I think it needs a little bit more salt. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I did half of a teaspoon of salt. Now here we're adding another half. And that's it. We're gonna let it simmer for another half an hour, but not cover it completely so it won't spill. And then the flames is up on level 3, so it's kind of like medium low. So here's our soup. We already finished cooking it, so we're gonna turn it off. But see, it's ready. It's fully cooked. We have the ribs and the beans, and they're nice and cooked. So we're gonna serve ourselves some. And see, this is the soup. It's done. We're just gonna let it chill a little bit, and then we're gonna taste it. I'll taste the soup. Wow, it's delicious. I put some salsa on it. So here we are. I already finished my soup. It's nice and delicious. So see, this is the pork ribs, and they're so good. Wow. It's just the meat comes out of the bone. And the soup is so good. And then see, there's the beans. Let's see. It's so good. I hope you like my recipe. This is one of my family recipes. I threw a little bit of hot salsa on it, and then I throw lemon. And then you could eat it with tortillas. So the way we do it, we get a tortilla, and we put a little bit of lemon on it, and then we roll it. We roll a tortilla like this. And then when we're eating our soup, see, we dunk it in the soup, and then we eat it. It tastes so good. I'm like, this is perfect. Like, Like if one day you're feeling under the weather, that's a perfect soup to make. And it's so easy. It did take me 2 hours to make it because I wanted it, you know, the pork to simmer really good with the beans. But I didn't put nothing else. You saw the ingredients that I put. You know, we put salt, we put pepper, and we put 2 bay leaves. We put onion and garlic, and that's it. And then a teaspoon of sea salt to give it flavor, and it's so flavorful. It's ridiculous. The way the pork ribs give it flavor, and the bean flavor, it's ridiculous, like how good it is. See, it's so good. And this is one of my recipes. I hope you like it. And one more time, thank you for coming to my channel. This is delicious. The meat just comes off the bone. And this is one of my family's recipe. It's called ribs with black beans. And they're pork beans. In Spanish, we call it frijol con puerco. I hope you like it. Thank you for coming to my channel. Here. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the world. And just to let you know, this is ginger ale. It's not alcohol.